Hey guys, Matt from Total MTG here, and it's Deck Tech Tuesday! And this week I have a very cheap, budgety brew for standard for you. Comes in at $17 for the main deck. $17 for the main deck, that's just absolutely crazy, you say. But it is, and it is UW Blue-White Blinking Spirits. Blinking Owl. It's Blinking Spirits. So let's take a look at the deck. We've got a lot of spirits, we've got a lot of shenanigans. This is what we're going to do. So we start off with a 4 of apoligize. Nice 1-drop, costs 1 white. It's a 1-1. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent's controls. So it can be good late or early. At the beginning of each upkeep, if there are 4 or more card types in the graveyard, tap target creature that player controls. That's if we got Delirium. But we may not get Delirium at all. But this is just, you know, it's a good card. It's a spirit. It's good and par with the deck. So one of the next spirits that we play is another 1-drop. Used in banned spirits in Modern. It's a Mausoleum or Wanderer. It costs 1 blue. It's a 1-1 flying spirit. When it enters the battlefield, under your control, the Wanderer gets +1/1 till end of turn. So whenever another spirit enters, it gets +1/1. And you can sacrifice the Wanderer to counter-target instant sorcery unless it's controller base X, where X is the Wanderer's power. Blinking effects are going to be good with this, because maybe we can make this very big. You know, there's ways of doing this. This is what the plan is all about. So the next creature is Guardian of Pilgrims. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +1/1 till end of turn. Just a basic 2/2 spirit, but has a nice effect as well. Obviously, it goes in well with Mausoleum. That could get another counter and another counter added on. You can see the idea of the deck. It's, you know, it's a bit aggro-y. We do run, 25 creatures in total. We run this as a 4 of. Also a 4 of Rattle Chains. This has Flash. This really good card, Rattle Chains. Also used in Modern, shall I say, as well. 2/1 Flying Spirit. When it enters the battlefield, target spirit gains Hexproof to end of turn. And we may cast spirit spells as though they had Flash. So we'll give all your other spirits Flash. Now, 23 of the 25 are spirits. There is one creature that isn't, that we run a 2 of, which is just for value that we'll get to in a second. So, on to the next creature. It is Nebelgast Herald. It's a 2/1 for 2 and a blue. It also has Flash already. When it enters, when Herald or another spirit enters the battlefield under control, you can tap target creature opponent's control. So you can see we've got the old blue-white theme of being a little bit control-y. Bit of Flash coming in. They don't know when we're going to play, when we're not going to play. Giving stuff counters and stuff like that. It's very good. Niblis of Frost. We don't run many other spells, instants and sorceries. I think it's 9 in total, but we can activate Prowess. And when we do cast an instant sorcery, we get to tap the target creature controls. That doesn't untap. Niblis Frost can win games on its own. It's just an absolute beast of a spirit, shall we say. Beast of a spirit. And we run 3 of them. Like I said, the other creature that we run, there isn't a spirit, but it's just value all over. And when you're trying to blink stuff, Cloud Blazer is value. Does cost 5, so we're only going to run a 2 of. Enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life and you draw 2 cards. Come on the battlefield, maybe we can blink it with one of our Essence Fluxes or something like that you'll see in a second. Just absolute value. Even if they want to kill it straight away, maybe we can blink it, straight away with Essence Flux if it's late game. Gain 4 life, draw 4 cards, and that's just not going to be. It's not going to be a bad thing, is it? So we will get to the instance. Like I said, it is Blinking Spirits. We run a 4 of Essence Flux. Exile target creature control, then return it to the battlefield as under control. If it's a spirit, which is very much likely with 23 of them, you get to put a 1/1 counter on it. So we're going to run them, bounce a lot of stuff. Also run Long Road Home. Exile target creature at the beginning of the next end step, return that card to the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. So our little creatures, the little 1/1s, 2/1s, 3/3, we're going to make them bigger with all this. Blinking effects, adding counters on. And, you've got stuff that triggers like Mausoleum Wander that can just get out of control and big, maybe turn into a 4/4, 5/5, swinging in the air. Absolutely brilliant. Eerie Interlude, just as a couple of, because then we can exile any number of target creatures and return them all to the battlefield and hopefully get all the triggers as well that we could obviously gain as well. We stack it right, we'll get that. Just a 2 of, it does cost 3. And then we're going to pump up our creatures with Always Watching. Non-token creatures go get +1/1 in Vigilance. be very handy, you know, making all the flyers little. Always Watching is a great card. It's one of the more expensive cards in the sets. I think it's about $1.25, which isn't bad, saying it's, you know, that is the most expensive card in the deck. Always Watching, really good. If we're lucky enough, we have to go late game. Maybe we've got to play, you know, a couple of them, which would still be good, giving our creatures +2/2 if we have to go the late game, and hopefully fly over the top. Land base is very, very simple. It's islands, plains, and a 3-off meandering river. Just because it has to tap for double. We could have 4 if you want, but we want to be playing our stuff pretty quick. We don't want, you know, tap land, but if you want to up your your land base, you can obviously add port towns if you want. You could add prairie streams, a great spirit that is slightly not on budget. Maybe you could run a 1-of in it, which is Selfless Spirit. The ability on Selfless Spirit is absolutely brilliant, but I didn't want to put it in this deck because I wanted to keep it below $20, and this is $17. The spirits are probably around $6. But Selfless Spirit will fit into this deck perfectly. So if you want to up it a little bit and you've got in your collection, please go and put them. So we go on to the sideboard now. Sideboard is always up for debate, so any good ideas, but this is the sideboard that I have got with at the moment. We run a 3-of negate, counter target non-creature spell. People are obviously going to be trying to kill our spirits, and maybe we want to counter stuff, you know, Planeswalker decks, anything like that. That sort of helps us. We also run some Imprison in the Moon, sorry, I named that wrong. Great against lands, you know, Westphal Abbeys, Planeswalkers, it really will help us against them. We are a budget deck, so we don't have all the great removal. So this is why we're playing this. Imprison the Moon. Unsubstantiate, really good. Return target spell or creature to its owner's hand. Good for getting rid of stuff, awkward creatures that we can't get. Just a really, really good card, really. Blessed Alliance, they attack them with torrential Gearhulks. You know, sometimes they just run one creature. It's good against those sort of decks. You make them sacrifice it. You know, hopefully they don't have any counters, but they might well do. But we could have our negates in there and stuff like that. And it could be the all-important life gain, what we need as well, gaining 4 life. The untapped 2 target creatures doesn't really help us. You know, it's not really going to play effect on us. We wouldn't have thought. But the 4 life and the sacrificing creature is definitely worth having that in. And some Fragmentize as well. Fragmentize, really good. Destroy target artifact enchantment with mana cost 4 or less. We do run 1 other creature in the sideboard. This looks like it, you know, it's quite expensive. It does cost 4, but like the Nibblers. But this, you know, when it enters the battlefield, if you control a spirit, you gain 3 life. Blinking this, you know, blinking this, playing this for 4, we get a 2/3 flyer. Maybe we can Essence Flux it, come in with the counter, gain 6 life in a turn. That is a big swing. So that's in the sideboard, coming in for when we're playing more aggro-y sort of decks. That we might just need the life gain. And it's another flyer as well that we can pump up and fly over the top. That's the plan anyway. So guys, this has been the deck this week. I will be putting this deck together and hopefully be either not playing it on Twitch or just record some gameplay with it. Run it through its paces, see what we come up against. It is a very, very budget brew. Like I say, $17 the main deck. Very, very good. And you know, you heard the ways that I said of maybe if you want to up in it a little bit, bring some Selfless Spirits in, change up your land a bit, and then go from there. Maybe you could add, you know, Planeswalkers doesn't really, well, possibly doesn't go as well. Maybe a Jace in the sideboard. But it is more aggro-y spirits. Shame we haven't got Coco, then we'd add the green, really. That would not be budget at all. But a lot of these cards are used in the modern Spirits deck, and they're budgety still. So let's give them a go in standard and see how it goes anyway. This has been a Deck Tech Tuesday. I know a lot of you have still been asking for these budgety brews, so I'm going to keep up with them. I've got lots and lots to show you. I'm trying to get more than 1 out a week at the moment. But obviously you always get one on Deck Tech Tuesday. Streaming as well is taking up a lot of time. And maybe by the time of this video we will be at 2,000 subs. We were 4 away when I was recording. 4 away! Thank you very much for all your support, guys. I really appreciate it. Take care and I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.